Thank you, President Clinton, and thank you for being with us in our darkest hour and once again as we mark the 10th decade. As you know, today is the day of remembrance as part of our National Week of Hope. Congressman Ernest Istook has been a real friend of the memorial and helped us enact critical legislation in 2004. Congressman Istook joins us to read the congressional resolution. Congressman Istook.
Today we gather to remember and to renew our strength and our bonds as Americans and as Oklahomans. Tomorrow, the U.S. House will designate this week as a National Week of Hope to carry across the nation the messages of hope that we share today. In this resolution, we state that we join with this community in hope and prayer in a National Week of Hope and ask the nation to join us in the wish that we will all learn these three lessons stated in the resolution. That hope can exist in the midst of political violence. That good endures in the world, even among those who commit bad acts. And that there is a way to resolve our differences other than by resorting to terrorism or violence. The resolution states that the Congress congratulates the people of Oklahoma City for making tremendous progress over the past decade and for demonstrating their steadfast commitment to these three lessons. It applauds the people of Oklahoma City for standing as a beacon to the nation and a beacon to the world, attesting to the strength of goodness in overcoming evil. How proper it is that it says that Oklahoma City stands as a beacon. So often I heard the words of former President Ronald Reagan saying, "America needs to be a shining city on a hill." Those looking for a shining city need look no farther than Oklahoma City. We will adopt the resolution because America has learned from what has happened here. America has learned from our actions, not from our words, that have touched the soul of the nation. I want to mention two symbols. One, not far away from here, sits atop the dome of the state capitol. It's a special symbol, a statue crafted by Enoch Kelly Haney, called the Guardian, an Indian brave with a tall spear, its end planted in the earth. That statue is a way of saying, "Here we stand. We shall not be moved." That thought says a lot about the spirit of Oklahoma and the spirit of Oklahoma City and our refusal to be deterred by the obscenity of terrorism. But being steadfast and immobile, we recognize here, is only a virtue if we're already in the right place and doing the right thing. If we send the message that we will not be moved, then we must make sure we're standing firm for what is good and for what is virtuous. Fortunately, this is a place that aspires to stand for the good and to be a fertile soil for virtue. Oklahomans know it's not enough to inherit great blessings. Blessings have to be shared. We have to make this a better community and a better land than we found it. Better for our children, better for our grandchildren. And the key to this is found in the other symbol, the enduring emblem of this memorial, an American elm known as the survivor tree. The survivor tree was damaged. It was scarred. It was denuded. Almost, but not quite, it was killed. Why did the survivor tree withstand the blast and the shock? The answer is quite simple. As President Clinton mentioned, it is the roots. The roots preserved it. Despite all that it suffered, its roots were deep, and they preserved it. And that is why this city endures and prospers, despite the blast, the deaths, the injuries. Here we stand, and the reason we shall not be moved is because our roots go deep and they are planted in the proper soil. And that's the soil of faith. The eye sees the foliage gradually return, concealing some of the scars, as we see in the lives of so many survivors. Those scars and the progress may be visible, but what is not visible is the roots. The roots were not created by any public official, not any organization of survivors, not by the many who so willingly came here to give aid. The roots of the survivor tree were made by God, and this city's roots are planted deeply in a faith in God. It is God who has inspired the enduring faith that has mended hearts, sparked outpourings of generosity, and provided sheltering arms for people to shed their tears in that embrace. As one person expressed it to me, our faith is greater than their sin. So often we invoke the words, God bless America. We need to remember, God has already blessed America. God has already blessed Oklahoma. God has already blessed Oklahoma City. Instead of only asking for God's blessings, maybe we need to spend more time with us blessing God and praising Him for our lives and our land, and praising Him for the faith that sustains this city. Without God, this city, this state, and this nation has no roots. With Him, our roots are solid and they nourish us. We have many great symbols here in the city and at the memorial, but it's God who has provided the greatest symbol of all, the survivor tree. We could never do that, for only God can make a tree. Thank you for being a people of faith, and may America bless God.